So if the physics literally say no, Jensen Huang cannot just pause the company for 3 years while material science catches up.
Right.
Clients are demanding hardware yesterday. They had to pivot from this failed physical design to some pragmatic plan B.
They did, but the sources detail that their first attempt at a plan B was a complete non-starter.
Really? What was it?
NVIDIA originally floated a stopgap solution called a back-to-back NVL 72x2 configuration.
Back to back.
Yeah, the idea was to take two smaller, mature 72-card racks and literally link them back-to-back with dense copper cabling to simulate the power of the failed 134-card rack.
Well, tying two smaller racks together seems like a logical brute force fix. Why wouldn't the cloud buyers accept that?
In the enterprise cloud world, serviceability is a non-negotiable metric. The cloud service providers, the CSPs, instantly vetoed it.
Instantly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This back-to-back design created a multi-ton monster with massive maintenance blind spots. I mean, these racks use tons of liquid cooling pipes.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah, if a quick release valve leaked deep inside that back-to-back setup, a technician physically could not reach in to fix it.
They'd have to dismantle a multi-ton server just to fix a pipe.
Right. Plus, sticking two racks together completely ruins the data center's hot and cold aisle airflow design. That design is carefully calibrated to push cold air into the front of servers and vent hot air out the back.
But if they are back-to-back, where does the hot air go?
Exactly, it traps the heat. And on top of that, the localized weight of this multi-ton cube strained the actual physical floor capacities of the buildings.
A multi-ton cube crushing the floor and impossible to repair. Yeah, I can definitely see why the buyers walked away. So NVIDIA is forced back to their mature single NVL72 rack architecture.
Yes, the classic fallback.
And the report notes that to protect their manufacturing yields, they had to retreat from an aggressive quad-E chip structure down to a safer dual-die configuration for their fallback chip, the Rubin Ultra. So as a result of this retreat, the raw compute performance, the FLOPS, only gets a modest 20 to 30% bump.
Which, in the hyper-competitive AI space, feels like a crawl.
Right. So here is where it gets really interesting for you listening. If the actual raw compute power is only getting a modest bump, why aren't the cloud giants canceling their orders? Like, why isn't this a massive sales disaster for NVIDIA?
Because of the memory.
The memory.
Yes, while the compute cores are doing a slow roll, the memory architecture opens a massive floodgate. NVIDIA shifted the Rubin Ultra from standard HBM4 memory up to an enhanced HBM4E specification, jumping from an 8 high stack to a 12 high stack.
Let's define that HBM4E jump. We're talking about high bandwidth memory. Instead of trying to spread memory chips out over a larger physical area, they are vertically stacking them on top of each other, going from a tower of 8 memory chips to a tower of 12.
Think of it like adding more floors to a library instead of buying more land.
Right.
Because they stacked it so high, the single-chip VRAM capacity skyrockets by about 2.66 times. It goes from 288 gigabytes to 768 gigabytes per chip.
That is a huge jump.
It is. That means a single Rubin Ultra NVL72 rack now packs an unbelievable 55.3 terabytes of VRAM.
Okay, but why should the average listener care about a massive jump in memory if the compute power isn't really leaping forward at the same time?
Because the entire frontier of artificial intelligence is shifting right now. We are moving away from just training massive models, which is what requires that raw compute brute force, and moving toward reasoning and autonomous AI agent swarms.
Agent swarm.
Yeah, these autonomous agents require massive context windows to remember previous actions, to understand complex environments and think multiple steps ahead before acting. Reasoning requires holding massive amounts of information in an active state.
And that takes memory.
Exactly. Those massive context windows are notoriously bottlenecked by memory, not compute. So, an NVL72 rack packing 55 terabytes of ultra-fast memory is a throughput monster.
Yeah.
It is an absolute must-buy for any cloud giant looking to run the next generation of AI agents.
So they couldn't build a significantly faster brain, so they just gave it a massive, perfect photographic memory instead.
That's a great